Hi, my name is Jeremy Jimenez, and I'll be doing a review or reaction over chapter 1 and 2 in the business law class. And yeah, let's jump right straight into it. So, in chapter 1, it's mainly talked about critical thinking. So, how would you would think when going into investigating or going into a case or an issue? So, in the critical thinking model in chapter 1, it states that you must look at the facts, is the first step. So then the facts would be just the facts, what actually happened, what is for sure that happened, and just analyze those two. Then you would go into the issue. What happened, what was the problem, was the issue, basically. Pretty simple. And then the reasons, conclusions. So why did this happen in the whatever case may be? What concluded this person to do this or that? And then you look into the relevant rules of law. So basically, like, you look at what happened and then you compare it to actual laws that we have in place that they were breaking. And then after you look at the significant ambiguity, which is, sorry if I butchered that, but significant ambiguity. And that is possessing two or more interpretations. So like there would be, in this issue, there's usually two parties. So how can this be interpreted this way? How can this be interpreted another way? And then after ambiguity would be ethical norms. So the ethical norms would be the court will reason, what will the court reason with? So then the main two are the freedom and security. Freedom meaning to act without restriction from rules, security to provide the order in business relationships. So basically freedom is like everyone has freedom to do anything. So why did this person act in this way? Why did he do this? Kind of. And security is security to provide the order in business relationships. So yeah, going into chapter 2, we're jumping. So now that we know how would you think towards a case, you go into now the laws. How are laws being made, and that lead into these cases and people breaking these laws. So to start off with, who makes the laws, and that goes into the different branches: legislative branch, judicial branch, and executive branch. The legislative branch creates laws, judicial branch interprets laws, and executive branch enforces the laws. So you have these laws in place, and while you have these laws in place, there's, excuse me if I mispronounce this, but the jurisprudence, which is, this goes hand in hand with the laws because this is the study of law and explains the nature of law. So you have all these laws in place that need to be interpreted, whether they're right or wrong. So you have these branches that they make the laws and they enforce it. So you have this whole system going, and it just trickles down into basically a state of power. So who has more power, who has less power, who has more say in situations. So federal would have the most power, and then the state would have second, and then the local would have the least amount of power out of the three. So you have all these laws in place that the legislative branch creates, then the judicial branch interprets these laws, executive branch enforces the laws, and within these branches is going to come federal, state, and local. So then you have this whole cycle, and that's how laws interact, or like, that's basically our society. And it goes in with the jurisprudence, the study of law. So the study of law revolves around all these. And then there's different stages, so it keeps going. There's like a hierarchy, is what the word I was looking for. There's a hierarchy of laws. And going down, there's different types of laws. So for example, civil and criminal law. Civil law would be like mainly like the purpose of civil law would be compensation. And then the purpose of criminal law would be punishment, which is two very different things. So like criminal law would be like jail time, prison time, parole, stuff like that. And then civil law would mainly be like fines, basically like fines or something along those lines. So yes, and comparing this to my life and how this affected me, I am a business major, so I'm looking to go into the business field, obviously. So then any job that I would take in the business field, I need to be aware of these laws and aware of how to handle these cases. Even though I'm not an officer or someone on line of like a government official, I should know how these laws work and how to like basically not break them. And I can go about my business in ways that are in line with the law. I don't get myself in trouble. So say I would like to flip homes or sell houses. I need to look at the laws and my regulations, what I can do and what I can work with within these laws. And then going to chapter 1, I need to be able to think in ways of like basically like a criminal, like not like a criminal, scratch that. But like I need to be able to critically think in the ways of like say what are the facts, issues, reasons, conclusions. All these things can come to tie in my business. Yeah. Thank you.